Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're going for this. This is a tricky start because there's a huge risk that we will just not receive any stats to start the run with. And we'll have to be very steward-oriented. Oh, we got a Pyre of Dominion. Okay. Well, that gets us out of the no stats problem. So we have Lady of the House, Molten Casement, Crypt Builder. We got a non-optional burnout strategy. Glacial Seal's probably really risky at this time. I don't know if I'm going to have good spammable spells. Titan's Tooth is also similarly risky. I think Drain we can probably take safely. Will almost always be useful. So Resin Removal does not remove Burnout. Burnout is considered a buff. We could take Subsuming Blades. Having Subsuming Blades really early is really strong. And it's going to give us maybe some more flexibility in killing off our Molten Casements. And also doing some friggin' damage, because maybe that seems like it's important at this point. Okay. This one I need to look at my fights. We've got Knockback Archeon, Holy Feed Kale, and Chosen of Entropy. Okay. Having a Quick Sweeper doesn't need to have a lot of power to be valuable against Chosen of Entropy, because there's a lot of, like, 1 health units. So I think that's pretty good. We'll definitely be looking for some more hit points to put in front of this. Okay, Lady of the Reformed is a natural combo with Lady of the House. These two love to pair together. But Paraffin Thug gets us money, which is also really cool. I think we're going to go to the Lady of the Reformed route, and our cars turn into, like, Lady of the Reformed, Lady of the House. There's, like, Old Kalia's hanging out. And Tethys can fit in one of these cars randomly. But we've got tanks, we've got attackers, we've got Tethys, and we've got Subsuming Blades. These Crypt Builders look really sad. Artifact-wise, Exploding Candle versus the Purified Soul Shard. The Soul Shard probably helps us out a decent bit early. This is okay with a couple melted things, right? No, it's really not a big deal, because anything we reform is free to play. So we're not going to have unit cards without upgrades for that long. We don't have stewards to get discounted by this either. I'm going to take the Exploding Candle. Although I don't really have units that can die super easily, so that's also difficult. So Handheld Totem is the sweeper. I don't necessarily need more sweepers already having the Cold Kalias. I would wind up with, like, sweepers on 3 floors by taking this. They did add an extra effect to him that draws a damage spell and gives it +5 magic power. I think it's actually really hype with the Subsuming Blades, though. What's the cooldown on that? Cooldown 3, so it's a little long. Still, maybe I play this. I mean, I think this is just pretty cool with Subsuming Blades. Maybe we back off of these, of the Cold Kalias. Maybe we don't need to upgrade them that much. If Frostbite Tethos is offered, I probably would have gone that route. So I think my top priority is to get holdover on these Subsuming Blades, because I feel like that's some of the best power I've got. I mean, the other thing is Lady the Reformed plus Lady the House is just really strong. Right, I only have 1 Lady the House for now, so... now, the other Lady of the Reformed, if it's not taking hits, it's going to burn out. And I have no way to bring it back if it actually burns out all the way. So we just open with that. That's good. I do need to make sure this Lady of the Reformed is taking revenges one way or another. I can't think of a use for this Molten Encasement necessarily, because I don't want to stop revenges from happening. I'm going to stick this on the top floor, and if there's ever a turn where I can't kill something, I can subsume it. Actually, let me do this. Cool. Damn. I guess my only way of outing that is to Crypt Builder it. Works for me. I really want that money. No subsuming blade here. Let's see. If I play this and this, I can Crypt Builder this via the drain. It does cause this unit to burn out. But I think we're okay on stats. We've got like 50-60 attack on this unit. Nice, we drew the same subsume again. Cool, and we have the kill. Yeah, subsuming blade from fight 1 is it's just pretty neat. Right, what do we got? I like the offering token a lot here because it helps me play my Crypt Builders without, like, having to pay 3 energy for them. Dripfall is probably more reliable than Draft right now. And I don't necessarily need units for a while. Okay, can we go to the Merchant of Magic here? Yeah, I still have a Merchant of Steel here before Archeon. So I'm going to hit this Merchant of Magic and try and get upgrades on my Subsuming Blades if possible. A Remnant pickup. I think I'll take the Tycoon here. There's no reason to take a third Lady of the Reform, so I'm going to take the Tycoon. Even if we're just speculating on it. Double stack can go on Drain or Dripfall. It's pretty strong in either case. Or I could just re-roll to try and hit the holdover. Holdover is really, really good on the Subsuming Blade. Anything else that's particularly strong? I mean, if I get if I get Spell Chain, I can probably also make use of that. I can make use of Holy Stone on a Crypt Builder very easily. So this is 85 plus 75. Yeah, I'm gonna take the reroll. Okay. I didn't get the holdover, but the Intrinsic is very nice. I'm gonna Intrinsic this because I probably want a discount on it anyway, and it's almost always playable first turn. And then I'm gonna plus 10 on one of the Crypt Builders. And I could purge a duplicate here, but I think I'm gonna move on for now. We'll just keep this cheap purge later. We can always pay for a cheap purge at some other time. Okay. Do I want the same configuration? I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. I think I'm going to do the Tycoon with the Cold Kalia and Tethys, and then the second floor will be the Reformed in the house. So we have more sweepers to pair with our Harvest unit. Check the other one. Yeah, because he sees the enemies dying, and we get benefits from that. And then, I suppose I'm just going to drain this guy. Oh, we killed him. Okay, that's fine. More money. I need to worry about these Lady of the Reformed actually taking damage. Discard the Crypt Builder instead for 80 damage. And the knockback. There's no real reason to do that. I think I'd rather have this guy go upstairs so that we can get a revenge trigger off of him. And these guys are spares that I don't want to redraw, so I'm going to put them up top. Zoom. That. I do want him to proceed to the second floor as well, so I think we're just going to let that happen. And Gold Kalia at the top with the 2 Stealthers can be our backup. We're not winning. Let's see what we can do about that. Do that. Runespeak on the Crypt Builder. Oh, the +5 magic power from Runespeak does not consider a tune. That is a bummer. It's a little different from how I thought that would work. But I'm just going to throw a Crypt Builder at her. Alright, and then I think after that I probably Dripfall him, and then check to see if brain wants to give him a crit builder. It did. Okay. He's going to be left with about 30 health. I think we can deal with that pretty trivially as we go up. If we're able to draw a siphoning, I think I can siphon him for the kill. Or subsuming. If I remember correctly, I think subsuming blade has piercing. It does. Means this kills. Because it goes through damage shields. Let's see. This Mollusk Mage isn't too bad. Could be a pass here, though. I'll take the Mollusk Mage. We're using 4 tiles on most of our floors. Fatal Melting's not very strong right now. Hallowed Drippings is actually really helpful to have one of to keep that floor, or that revenge floor up if I do something wrong. Quick's Heart, Titan Smidge. Okay. We have a very comfortable Titan Stone option. These are pure duplicates. No thank you. Titan Stone is going to go on to one of my Lady the Reformed. And Heartstone should be a fine second upgrade for her. Yeah, that's correct. We could reroll to find an upgrade for one of our sweepers. We're looking for Quick. Didn't get it, but Frenzy Strone is pretty good. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to get for these entities. Multi-Strike's really strong. An Immortal Stone on a Molten Encasement is sometimes a cool option. There are cases where you could do that. I think I'm also going to Runestone the Wickless Tycoon. Might make him a little tougher. And we're going to hold out for Quick Stones for the other upgrades for this Cold Kalia. I could take a Strength Stone for this Cold Kalia. I'm not too concerned about that. I think I'm going to move on. Alcove time. Inkbound event. Alright. Let's see. I think this is probably just a Quilling Catcher. It's a nice early Quilling Catcher. We do have some cool uses for the Clepsydranium, because we can play off the conduit very powerfully in the bottom floor. Let me see. Do I have to worry about that getting silenced? Not much. I've got answers for a lot of that stuff, right? Quilling Catcher is like 500 gold. I'm going to take the Clepsydranium, though. We do have a very good, like, sweep bottom floor setup, I think. Just need to get a little more, like, tankiness going on for this Wickless Tycoon. If I can get enough spells going out, it might just work. Because I could theoretically give him just another one of these Incant Stones, or we can get, like, a Sap Totem or something set up back here. A little down the line. We'll see what happens. I think I want Lady the Reformed and the Lady of the House top floor, maybe, for this one. It's a little weird. I think what I'm going to do is both of these, because he's going to show up and do knockbacks, and I don't want his knockback to screw me up that early. Let's see. I have a Subsuming Blade target. Take it. Not pull another Subsuming Blade. Okay, that one, it did go from 80 to 105 off of the rune speed. Wait, it went from 80 to 105? Yeah, that's 25 points of damage. That's correct. But the other one went from, like... Did I do the math wrong last time? Maybe it is counting correctly. Or counting the way I would expect it to. I'm gonna just hit the boss and remove the Calcified Ember. Getting sapped even once prevents the Cold Kalia from attacking. So I don't really want to do stuff on this floor, I don't think. I need the Lady of the Reformed to take hits. Drip Falling this unit, I could probably kill him on this floor, but I think that's not what we're looking to do. Let me just burn this and move on. Okay, so now we have a weird situation down here. I think I play the Lady of... No, that needs to take the revenge effect. Let me actually drop you up here, play the Hallowed Drippings. I don't think I have a Subsuming Blade target unless I want to kill one of my own bodies. I don't need this revenge to happen, actually. We are killing on that floor. 23 damage for that. Check from that up to... Okay, yeah, that went from 130 to 155. Okay, so wait, now it reads as 170. Okay, there might be some weirdness going on about it, but whatever. Let's see. We want for the Cold Kalia to not die here, so I think what we do is probably a drain on that, see what we discard. Now, I can play 2 cards before the drain. I don't want to Dripfall him, right? No, we can actually Dripfall him. We're only barely doing enough damage to take out the Shield Bearer, right? So I probably need this attack to go through for the Revenge to trigger to do enough damage to kill the Shield Bearer. So let's not interfere with that, then. Probably then, let's Dripfall you. I just priced myself out of drain. Okay, we're losing the Cold Kalia. I was not tracking my energy correctly. Oops. Let's see. I think I need to use the other Cold Kalia as a blocker here. Doesn't quite kill. Doesn't quite kill. That. That's just funny. This unit shouldn't die. They get knocked back to safety. And unfortunately, we have Tethys up on the front at the end. Got a 26 damage Subsuming Blade. Not really enough to do anything cool. I can give up a little bit, hit my own unit there. I don't think I want to do that. Actually, hold up. If I Subsuming Blade the Cold Kalia and then play the Molten Encasement, I might be in a better position for the floor. Looks like I am. And then I can do this. Which gets the Spike unit out of the way. Which should probably help me build up more spell weakness in Archeon. Alright, I got a couple stealth hits in. Crypt Builder's probably lethal. It's definitely not lethal. That's lethal. Is there anything I can do with the Subsuming Blade? I don't think so. Wait. If I redo the turn, I can do something. I need the offering token back. Took me a moment to see the optimization. Subsuming Blade here, offering token discard here. There we go. Because I knew I couldn't kill my mollusk and still be guaranteed to pop the boss. We have a Hallowed Halls option. That's very strong, especially with Exploding Candle into Hallowed Halls. I think that's really good. We're going to grab it. See if we can play around that. The Paraffin Enforcer is a third natural partner for the Lady of the House, Lady of the Reformed. This trio is kind of a big deal. I'm going to take Hell's Flame, probably, because it puts me at the right energy to twin cast a discounted Hallowed Halls. And that's probably our overall goal to win. We're going to go this way because it's got Emerge the Magic. We are really big on those right now. We have an Inferno Room option. I think I'm not taking it for a lot of reasons. Inferno Room cuts down on what we're able to do with the Wickless Tycoon, with the Subsuming Blades, and it makes our sweepers less necessary or less important. I'm having a difficult time thinking about anything I would do with Memorial for the Melted. I don't think I really want to run that. I think this actually like blocks me more than helps. If I had taken the Smidge in the earlier room, I could go for the Overgrowth Carapace. Otherwise, I need to skip. Pass on it. Let's see. Well, I can take the Intrinsic or the Emberstone on the Hallowed Halls. I think I'd probably go Intrinsic on it. And then I think it's either a reroll or we stack stone something. I'm going to go for the reroll. We got the Holdover Subsuming. Permafrost is not really something I was looking for. I think I just Power Stone the other Crypt Builder and move on. I'm bypassing a lot of options to try and find the ideal stuff because we're so close to having like a perfection situation. So we're looking for either Spell Chain or Holdover on Hallowed Halls, because we can just play Subsuming Blade, Hallowed Halls basically every turn and probably win the game. Okay, Runespeak 2 gives a bigger spell power bonus. I think that is kind of what we're looking for right here. It seems very comfortable to me. Go that route. You may have your Seal of Aggression, because I think I'm going to be popping a lot of your guys. Now, without Quick, this is pretty dangerous. I might want to do the Lady of the Reformed bottom floor, but we're going to try not doing that first. And we might have our bottom floor crumble. We want size after this so that we can put the Paraffin Enforcer on the same floor as these guys. And that is going to turn into my Reform floor. With size, we can also put 2 Cold Kalias on the bottom floor. It's going to be pretty hype. Subsuming Blade. Yep, Hallowed Halls. They are going to come back in a random order. Sometimes it's going to put Our Lady of the Reformed in the wrong place. We just have to live with it. Send this. We didn't hit a Crypt Builder. Bummer. Be harvesting something every single turn. Play out the Calcified Ember. Let's see, we're looking to keep Hallowed Hallsing these guys for extra stats. Let me Offering Token. I need to worry about the Wickless Tycoon's health because he's going to corrupt to death. Let me just sap this. Okay, so I'm going to do the Mollusk Mage top floor, so I don't have to worry about it in a Hallowed Halls rotation. Yeah, we're losing the Tycoon here. Something I had to learn about these draw effects is that they can draw from the graveyard. It's not what I had expected originally. We were able to preserve the guy for 1 extra turn, but he's almost certainly dead here. This guy needs a little bit of extra help. We're just playing Hallowed Halls here again. Yeah, the first Lady of the Reformed burned out. Let's see. This is a little too much. Happens if I hold you. Alright. Only 1 death then. Okay, boss is next wave. Use a Molten Encasement here to keep ourselves safe. Dig a little deeper in. We'll go for another Molten Encasement. Keep ourselves safe longer. Just throw this out for a big old steroid. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, that would set him down to 1? Give me a break. We're able to get it back at higher power, so now it kills. Play the Cold Kalia up here. Gives us a 100% on the Crypt Builder hit. That's decent. We're not going to get too much work done on this floor. Second floor should kill. But this floor is going to layer up a lot of Frostbite spell weakness. We got 9 times. Subsuming Blade does not kill here, but the boss is dying. I might be able to change this. Still not there. Okay. I don't think there's anything more we can do. Wait. I think if I set him... Oh, not gonna get there. Yeah. It's only the spell weakness hit is the big one. If I did that the other way around, I might have gotten it. But it would be on the unimportant Subsuming Blade. I don't really care how much we scale the second one. We've got some decent discard support right now. I could grab this Guardian's Amulet. Ice Storm is actually pretty good with the Clepsydranium on the bottom floor. This is a very cheap way to do a good amount of damage. It also should synergize pretty well with Runespeak. If I grab it off of Runespeak, it's got pseudo-attuned because it hits 5 times. So it should be the same value as hitting a Crypt Builder. One of these wins me the game more between the Guardians and the Ice. Let me grab the Ice Storm. I am a bit concerned about the damage output. I think Engulfed in Smoke is really good utility for our bottom floor, so I'm going to grab it. Let's see. I have no rooms yet, so Merchant of Arms looks pretty appealing for that reason. Finding a Quick Dagger would be a big game changer, so I think I'm going to take a look for that. Firstly, artifacts. Ooh, Combustible Wax is pretty good for us here. It causes the Lady of the House to scale up a lot faster. So I think I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, that seems good. It's really hard to say no to Resin Block, too. Resin Block is one of the most powerful scaling effects we could have. Boiler Room is super strong. Roll it. Okay, we've got a Boiler Room and a Bloodthirsty Blade. Dang. It's hard to choose which one of those should be deployable. I'm going to go with the Bloodthirsty Blade for now. We'll make the Boiler Room deployable later. So both of those rooms are sick. Spell Sanctum's also very good. I could do Spell Sanctum with Hallowed Halls to make our Hallowed Halls cost 1. But I think this is actually not worth the 3 energy with our current setup unless we're playing it on the bottom floor, which I'm not gonna. So, moving on. There's a possibility I could have taken that Glass Cannon and combined it with Bloodthirsty Blade to get the Bloodthirsty Blade like an initial edge. But I still need to hold open the possibility of combining it with a Quick Dagger. Dante, okay, there is a game plan where we just, like, reform Dante in the Hallowed Halls forever. Oh. Come on. Got, like, winter blankets, and it got trapped in the wheels of my chair while I was moving around. I think I'm not going to bring him on because I think he actually clutters my car with too many corruptions. If I had a Blight Salve or a draw solution, I could bring him in. But I think he just winds up choking up our hand in all of our plays, and we can't get anything done. But also, I have other strong game plans. And, yeah, I just don't think I need to do that. Oh, we got the Boiler Room immediately. Hilarious. Take you out. Check for another Subsuming Blade. Thank you very much. You can also get subsumed. Can actually overpack the floor a little bit. And despite only being reformed once, he comes in with 4 burnout because of the Combustible Wax. Get rid of you. Drop this and play Engulf and Smoke. Preserve the Wickless Tycoon. Okay, guess we're probably using that. Oh, have to use it here, I think. We want that collector. What if I do this? Awesome. That's damage. I can put this up here just in case I need a spare subsuming blade target. So it looks like I've got plenty of things to target. Nice, we drew it again. I'm always going to favor playing it down here to preserve the Wickless Tycoon's health total. Pretty good, but I probably want to let him swing on the Lady of the Reformed. If I can kill him while he's here, I can kill him while he's here. Yeah, we're not going to do super great against Quoto. It is better if we deal with the Harpist. Ice Storm really can't do it for the Harpist. We don't have the Mollusk Mage down here. Let me just Driftball this guy for now. I can spend this here. Then I think we draw... I think we just play everything out, right? That reduces his Titan Skin by a bit. Once again, second floor is pretty strong. I'm drawing through my deck a little slow because of the holdover effects, so I'm not redrawing my my Hallowed Halls very early in the combat. We've got the kill, though. We've got the kill, and that is good enough for me. Get rid of you. Token draw. Play you. Get rid of you. Works. I guess if I Hallowed Halls the top floor, actually, there's a chance I get the Wickless Tycoon, and then killing stuff while the Wickless Tycoon watches is maybe optimal. Could be a little better then. Since I'm going to be expanding the floors, I could maybe fit a Guardian Stone somewhere. Siren Song is pretty good safety, though. Let me go ahead and grab the Siren Song. I think I'm not going to feel bad about it. I don't need any of these cards, right? There are cases where resin removal does some important stuff, but I don't think that many. When we have the capacity to reform our units, we do not care as much about what debuffs they get. So this is like strictly playing around the Titans fight. I don't think we need to take that with a Calcified Ember just to play around the Titans. This is a tough choice. I think it's probably Merchant of Steel, because we could maybe find a Quickstone, and that's really important for us moving forward. I think that's pretty good. So the Subsuming Blade, because it's intrinsic, we know we have it for every step of the combat. We can use that to kill every single Cherub. So we don't actually have to worry about Cherubs in this fight. It's very nice. So maybe I go this side and try to get another upgrade on Hallowed Halls, and then we can duplicate our Hallowed Halls. That sounds like it's probably stronger in the long term. Because if it's unit upgrades, it's probably just trying to get quick for the Cold Kalia. It's trying to get health or Titan Skin for the Wickless Tycoon, maybe Endless. It gets a little hard to support. Let me run over here. The Seek Stone, Freeze Stone, those are very, very low impact. An Ember Stone, something kind of random. I'm thinking of like a Drain or a Drip Ball, maybe. I could make Engulfed in Stone a bit cheaper. Engulfed in Smoke, not Stone. Let's make the Dripfall free. Okay, got the Spell Chain or the Holdover. Let's see. I think I just Spell Chain the Hallowed Halls. If we were up against Dominion, I would do Holdover Dripfall. I don't really want a second Holdover spell. It's going to make it too hard for me to draw things. But I'm pretty comfortable with doing that. I'm just going to keep adding Power Stones to some of this stuff. Let me Power Stone the Ice Storm, because it's pretty sad without power. As I said, I'm not looking to hold over anything else. And we'll skip on a -2 consume. Actually, I'll put a... Whoops, wrong button. I'll put a -2 consume on one of the drains. I don't think I need 2 of them in the deck. As for things I want 2 of in the deck, I think I take Hallowed Halls as a duplicate. With Combustible Wax, this can really be the only Reform card I need. But I think I do want 2 copies. Okay. Alright, these are Intrinsic, so we always see both of them right away. Huh. Crypt Builder there. I could Dripfall this lady, the Reformed, and then Reform the floor twice. I think that's pretty good. Trying to think if there's a possibility I need to play the Siren Song or something instead, but I think we just do this. Get some stats going. Throw that out there. Once we get the boiler room, we start getting better energy flow here. This is 78, so we can just get rid of this guy. Removes a lot of our threat on this floor. I'm going to start weakening Kale. Unfortunately, that unit did get killed by the Eaton, so this guy does get shields. Looks like we're able to deal with that, though. We are diminishing the returns on our Bloodthirsty Blade by playing Subsuming Blades here. But I think it might still be correct to do a lot of the time. But when we can stealth, I think we want to avoid Subsuming Blading on the same floor. Kill this unit instead. Now we have stealth for this turn. Cool. Without Dripfall, I can't really set anything new up. Check to see if the game wants to give me Dripfall. That is a no. We get a Crypt Builder. Play that there. This guy can take a hit from Kale. This is a weakened Kale anyway. Oh, and I can check for another Subsuming... Oh, look, it's a Subsuming Blade. Yeah, we'll subsume this guy. We've already got like 25 burnout here, so we're pretty good. Since this is +3 burnout on every time burnout will be applied, these guys build up burnout on revenge really fast. Burnout revenge for the PS2. Looks like our Tycoon is put. We're going to go ahead and play this so I don't have to redraw it. The Hallowed Halls now includes a Molten Encasement. But, whatever. It's very difficult to keep Hallowed Halls clean the whole time. Kill that guy first of all. Throw out the Crypt Builder. Found the smoke. Might as well throw that out. Prevents this guy from getting being eaten. Set to lose that Cold Kalia. I probably cannot get out of that with a drain. It's just fine though. Not too worried about it. This. Up to 57. Kills there. We'll do 1150 to the boss. Alright, we are not killing here. Go to that guy. I think we go for the smoke here. We've got 48 damage coming through in the initial go. So Kale gets to eat from all three of these units, pretty much. A bit of a bummer, but they're going to be down here long enough that Kale gets his work in, basically. We could drip ball this guy to include him in the Hallowed Halls setup and play Hallowed Halls once. I think that's better. We got a Tycoon back, but the rest of that floor is not what we want it to be. Subsuming is not lethal. Offering token into 180. Right. Spell shield. Still got 2 spell shields. Alright. He's not dropping down to lethal level. This punches through the spell shields, but also eats the spell weakness, which we really don't want to see. To do this, gonna throw this out on a whiff, and then do this. This goes into the spell shield once again. If I don't draw Hallowed Halls, I might need to reload the fight. If I drew the Hallowed Halls, Subsuming Blade is not quite lethal. Attack configuration is not lethal. Trigger the Runespeak. This configuration is lethal after this Subsuming Blade, so we're just going to go for that. I'm not going to fish any further if it could cause a problem. Did enough damage to my setup by re-rolling the second floor. Waxen Spike is really strong on our second floor, and we do have a boiler room to feed it. So I think we're going the Waxen Spike here. The Frost Piercer is definitely playable. I will take Heaven's Light so we can get our ideal second floor. I think I want the Merchant of Arms here, and we're going to search for the quick combo and deployable boiler room. Okay, none of that helps. The Iron Tongue is actually a little cute on Tethys because it just gives him a better stat block a lot of the time. If we were on Frostbite Tethys, this would be so good. Frostbite Tethys has like no health, less than 30 attack. But, alright, we didn't get what we wanted. How's the Stoic Plate Mail here? It's okay. It's not great. We want our boiler room to be deployable. Let's see. Yeah, I just didn't draw anything I could merge. Turns this into a bit of a dead node. I'm not really looking to remove cards either, as I actually do like the Molten Encasement utility now that I have the bigger car. Yeah, we'll go up to 3 for the Runespeak 3. Runespeak is a cool buff for this. I have to click this so that I can move on. There is no more Merchant of Arms. We are going to check this Merchant of Steel to see if we can get quick. Because I think I'm comfortable with my spells as they are right now. Got a lot of gold, so I don't really need to take this Heaven Seal either way, and I'm not gonna. It's actually a pretty dangerous Heaven Seal. We could definitely suddenly lose off of that. Okay, I don't have the full energy to get this floor to where I want it to be, since I'm playing the Boiler Room. 104 piercing. Piercing, it goes through his armor. I think what we do is... we can bring this out and include it in the Hallowed Halls. I'm going to check a little deeper to see if we might find a unit that I want. Nope. I'm just going to start hall scaling these guys. Yeah, this guy is tough. Crypt Builder at 250. Alright. The +5 attack sticks to them no matter what, so I'm just going to throw it out. Let's see. Drain doesn't drop a specific card, so I think what we want to do here is Molten Encasement, subsume our own encasement for stealth, then do that. Okay, he is getting killed on the second floor. Seems good, because he was very, very damaged. Kill you there. We'll play him up here. We'll probably drip fall him in a little bit to get him onto the floor where we want him. If this floor is won over, then it should always reanimate in the same way, so long as we don't lose other units during the fight. We'll go ahead and do this. I'll put you up there in case, and we'll drain you, just because. It gives me another cast trigger. We're pretty behind on this guy, but it looks like we can Subsuming Blade him to death because he's got Spell Weakness 3. So we'll go for that. Should be able to subsume this guy as well. Piercing's a hell of a drug. We're going Waxed Spike here for +20 attack. Okay, we do have our Drip Fall to send this guy down. Now we can do the Hallowed Halls thing. Let's kill this guy. 468 damage, feels pretty good. Runespeak here. We did not get the other Subsuming Blade. This. This. We do have one Molten Encasement in the mix, and that does cause problems. I'm going to end the turn with Engulfed in Smoke here. We're actually able to play Engulfed in Smoke at a pretty decent rate. Let's see. Subsume 476, gets rid of him. Burn those. Subsume does not kill there. Bring out a Molten Encasement if we can. I think I will take one of the kills on one of these guys. How are we doing on racks? Okay. Yeah, we have 3 turns of stealth, and after those go away, I think he blows us up pretty fast. Let's see. He's already dead. I suppose it doesn't really matter which of these I subsume. Hallowed Halls twice. Scaling up a bit. Then we want to drain into Crypt Builder, I think, although he does have spell shields, so he is going to block these. I guess we'll Crypt Builder. We get a little bit of Frostbite on him, then he kills all our guys. Looks like this Subsuming Blade does make him die. Is there anything else we want to do differently? See what that looks like. Okay, so this gets him low enough that I can Subsuming Blade him on the top floor for the kill. So I get more scaling by letting him live an extra turn. we go. I think I like Urchin Spines for bosses because it looks like we're aiming for a boss kill with a spell weakness to Subsuming Blade setup. I could take this Hallowed Halls, but I think I'm going to skip. Let's see. Fatal Melting's power is basically 3 times, 4 times the number of times we played Hallowed Halls. So it's about 12 times Hallowed Halls plays. I think we're only playing Hallowed Halls like 3 or 4 times, usually, in the meaningful parts of the fight. It just looks like it would bloat the deck too much for what it does. I don't... If we were, like, killing all of our guys on multiple floors, we'd maybe want it. The Empyrean Well over here is actually really strong. We're going over here for the Merchant of Steel. Large Stone. Alright. I think I'm going to Large Stone the duplicate Cold Kalia. I think I know... I think the Runestone is going on this Wickless Tycoon. I'm going to Large Stone the spare Cold Kalia. And then I want to reroll this. We got the Speed Stone. Awesome. I'm going to put Multi-Strike on this one, too. And this is so that we're building up more Frostbite. Over to Trinkets. Crown of the Eternal is not very important. The Whetstone... I don't know if this actually gets me anything. It might get me the free Bloodthirsty Blade, but I think this triggers after deployable. I can afford to buy it. Check. Dante's Footstool is cool. Founding Seal is alright for my 1 incant guy. And we'll take this too. That can matter. But, yeah, nothing too fancy going on. Nothing too crazy. What do we want to duplicate? I think we might want to just remove our weak Subsuming Blade and duplicate our strong Subsuming Blade. We could duplicate our Waxen Spike here. That's decent. This is about plus 20 attack on 4 units. None of those units have multi-strike, though. So, it's possible that the multi-strike we put on this Cold Kalia should have gone to this Lady to House, because she actually ramps up to a decent extent. She's probably getting like plus 100 attack from burnout stacks, generally speaking. We could also duplicate the Hallowed Halls to try and like scale that floor some more. I don't think we really need to do that. I'm just going to duplicate the Waxen Spike. I think it's cool. I don't think I get to play crazy Waxen Spikes that often. The second Subsuming Blade is definitely useful, so I'm not going to remove it. I like the Drains. I really like the Engulfed in Smoke. It's doing a lot for me. We'd be insane to get rid of Drip Ball. Yeah, I think we're moving on. Let's fight. I think this deck is in a pretty good spot. So we got initial Boiler Room. So we got our hand full, and it blocked the Attuned Whetstone. It's a little annoying. I'm just going to set that up like that. And I'm going to set up the second floor to my liking, and we'll put these out whenever we can. Okay. Subsume you two. Just checking to see if the game wanted to give me the Subsume back. It's not in the mood. That's okay. These get quick swept. Got an unfortunate orientation in the end there, but it's fine. I'm just going to bring him back with Hallowed Halls again later. Okay, we did hit the 120 marker, so we can get rid of those guys. I might have wanted to get rid of the Silence unit. I think we're fine. Yeah, we found a Molten Casement. We're good. Oh, they're still blowing... Wait, how are they... Oh, Silence. Right. Yeah, I'm probably not in the mood to let that happen. Gotta get rid of the Silence guy after all. There we go. Kaylee is in. We'll play the Mollusk Mage down here. This is about what I want this floor to look like either way. This does keep him with the healer, but I can pop it next turn anyway. Oh, down to 0 attack is a bad look. Drip Ball him so that I daze him. It's mostly for the daze. We're just going to hard cast a Crypt Builder. We're not playing Curse's Meant to Be. We're only going to play the curses if we can discard them. So unfortunately, Seraph's presence does nullify the Cold Kalia until now. Pop that. Urchin Spines for the boss and friends. 28 attack on the Waxen Spike. Check for another Subsuming Blade. We found it. Awesome. Subsume. Play him because he's there. And, I'll Wax and Spike these two. 24 attack is solid. I need to subsume the Silencer. I don't need to. I can just do this, actually. Play Engulfed. Bring you out here, and I think we drain the boss. We redrew Engulfed in Smoke already. I think I need to get rid of him more than I need to get rid of the healer. Play this. I'll go ahead and play Engulfed even if it buffs everything. And then I'm going to drain the boss. Consume the Silencer, Runespeak. Consume this guy. Drop the Double Hallowed. We've got some tombs in the mix, so they're going to make the Hallowed Halls a little worse. Okay. Sure, we'll Wax and Spike for a +2. Okay, the boss has 11 spell weakness. We cannot subsume the boss to death. Delete you. Get some more scaling going. I think I'm probably not going to Hallowed Halls this again, so I'm just going to Drip Ball this unit, the back of that floor. I feel like taking Sap 8 is not really devastating. See, I don't want to Sap Tethys more than this because it's going to reduce the spell weakness we apply. So we'll sit at this amount. Play it out. Alright, boss spell weakness 29, which is not quite lethal from that spell. I could definitely kill him with... Oh no, that's actually my highest damaging spell. Ha! I cannot definitely kill him with a Crypt Builder. But he's going to be dropped into the kill range anyway. So we'll do this, and we'll kill him on the top floor just like we did the last guy. Should work. Yeah, pretty much. Then double check the preview. This poor Cold Kalia in the back, sapped to oblivion. There we go. The aura does wear off once they get into sufficient endless rounds. There we go. 5430 subsume. All right. So, of course, subsuming the Titans will be a bit harder because we've got 3 targets. And they are going to be constantly smacking me around. It's what they like to do. I might actually let the Siren Song do some work. We grabbed the Siren Song as a real just-in-case type of thing, and it has not done anything all run. Alright, let's see. Well, first things first, this looks pretty annoying. Just hold you down for a second. Just gonna play a Molten Casement over here. It's pretty fine. Just gonna subsume my own encasement. I do need to have the subsume played. Drop you up here. This is pretty much the reason I large stone this, is to get a little bit of extra damage on entropy here. Let's see. I don't really want to Runespeak right now, because I don't have good results from it. I'm just going to play 1 Hallowed Halls. And then I'm going to start working on Dominion, I think. That removes a spell shield. So if I ever want to crit builder him, I can. But I don't really have the means to put spell weakness on it. So he's not going to be in a realm where he gets completely blown away. Unlike some other enemies that are going to really, really horribly die. Get the Mollusk Mage out, which unfortunately does not receive the stealth. Right, that is a problem. Firelight. Let's see. Play that for the +5 attack. I'm going to play this for an extra blocker in front of the Volcalia. I want his spell weakness to keep stacking, so I think we just send this at the top floor. We can drain Savagery, though. Probably our ideal drain target. Yeah, we lose the Mollusk Mage. It's a little careless on that. Okay. Go away. That looks a lot better. Casement, play this. Subsume you. Yeah, we'll just go for a 2-target waxen spike. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not too committed to that top floor. It's just a little something extra. Subsumed. Firelight. Smoke. We'll save this waxen spike. It's 2 energy on it's pathetic. Okay. I see spell weakness 12 here. We're coming along. It's taking a while for me to draw, what's it called? The Hallowed Halls again. We're under stealth, so I can play into this Chosen Ardent. Let's do that. If I take him down to 900, he should be on schedule to die at the same time as the others. Just do that. Throughout the strain. My priority now is Savagery. Okay, so we'll spell weakness you. Getting some annoying draws here. In terms of Curses of Entropy. So I could drop him down to 900 here. And this does 200 as a baseline. I think I probably just hit Dominion or nobody else with this Subsuming Blade. We're on 64x2 quick. So these guys are still getting a chance to swing back. They're just not killing because of stealth. 200 per turn is pretty good there. I think we just do this. takes damage. I really can't afford to sap myself here because Tethys will almost immediately stop attacking. He does not have a lot of leeway. Okay, losing the floor. I hate to see that. But I'm just drawing a lot of curses. I don't have any, like, extra draw acceleration. Well, back line is in a fine state. I can't pop that too early. Oh, Crypt Builder takes him to 44? Okay. So now he's dead. I win next turn. Nice little turn 8 win where we just kind of blow them up with Subsuming Blade. Good stuff. I must have hit that Crypt Builder with a Runespeaker or something. I lost track of how it got that powerful. Oh, I might have Clepsydranium scaled in a way I wasn't tracking. And the Clepsydranium scaling applies faster on the attuned spell because it was at a 300 base. Yes, that was a little win for Clepsydranium.